It took quite a while before I got over the fact that my parents didn't want to be parents. After all, they walked away from me. After a few years, I became accustomed to the fact that my parents were never coming back. My grandparents kept telling me they would be back one day, but by then, I wasn't sure I wanted them back. After I finally accepted that, I grew up with a somewhat normal childhood. Or so I thought. I thought I was one of the normal kids and had more than all the good luck I wanted in life. A pet that was alive and breathing would break the 2-week pet life habit. They were, of course, wrong. 2 weeks after I got Sally, we were playing in the sandbox my grandpa built for us together, and it was starting to thunder. My grandma decided to call us in early before the rain. I did not listen because my grandpa was out in his tool shed, and usually as long as grandpa was outside, it was okay for me to be out as well. But not that night. After the third time my grandma yelled at Sally and me to come in, she came running out and snatched me up out of my sandbox and ran inside. It was pouring down rain, and lightning was lighting up the sky. My grandma shut the sliding glass door hard because she was so irritated with me and went into the living room. I saw that Sally got left outside and started screaming for my grandma to let her in. By the time she came to see why I was screaming, it was too late. When my grandma got to me, we saw Sally get struck by lightning 3 times. Then a limb from the tree by my grandpa's shed came down, hit a power line, caught on fire, landed on Sally, and killed her. The next morning, I heard my grandpa tell my grandma that the only thing he could find of her was a pile of ashes. I did not sleep at all that night. I pretended to be asleep enough that my grandparents went to bed, but I, on the other hand, did not sleep a wink. The next morning, my grandpa made a wooden box for us to put what was left of Sally in, and we buried her under the tree between my sandbox and the swing set. After the box was completely covered, my grandpa packed up and went fishing and left my grandma to deal with me for the next 2 weeks.